Dragons can give you an amazing gift, a gift that will change you forever. Whenever I was given that gift, actually, I did not want it. I did not want it because I was not used to it. And whenever I was awakened, it seemed like something inside of myself died and was inside of the void, while it was replaced by an old familiar energy. And that familiar energy was that of the dragon. And I was somewhere I knew this, somewhere, but there was also a new world for me to look at. And that is where I want to talk to you about, my brothers and sisters. So my name is Tim Heijen and I am a dragon witch, and I hope that I can explain to you a bit more about this beautiful part of the dragon where nothing else enough is said about. Your dragon is there actually to give you a gift once you are awakened. Like I said before, you are with an energy of the dragon, and that energy of the dragon is actually not allowed here. And dragons are able to do many things, things that humans can never do. And whenever you have the ability to awaken your energy will have so many things that you will be surprised about, and yet it will feel similar. It will feel familiar, sorry. It will feel familiar that you always knew that you had. Dragons, in Wicca, they call this kind of phenomena, whatever the dragon is giving you, a third eye. The third eye that is being given to you. Of course, that is not really an eye that you can see through. It's actually that you are much more vulnerable for energies in this world. That you can feel much more, so much so that you can even see them with closing your eyes. That is eventually whenever your dragon is close to you, you will know it because of that third eye. But of course, I came to know it as a different name. Because our connection is being called the dragon's eye, that is also what I call it. We open our draconic eyes, our dragon eye is open. And once we know that the dragon is there, you will feel much more as the dragon. And dragons can feel so many energies. They can feel spirits. They can feel other sides. They know whenever there is a spirit close to them. And that is also what we can have as a dragon witch. We know whenever our dragons are close to us. That is because our dragon gives us the dragon eye, but we have to decide to open it. They can give it to us, but we can refuse it. Eventually, that is also what I did in the beginning of my path. I did not want to see them because I felt inferior to them. So, and sometimes I just knew that this was changing my entire life, and I was not ready for that. I was trying to open it, and I saw this entire world as something different. And that doesn't necessarily means as something always good. Of course, it's good to know when your dragon is there. It's good to know your own draconic self. It's good to know, for example, the spirits in every tree, the energy inside of the ground. Whenever it's raining, the energy is talking to you. It is being one with nature, and I loved every single thing by looking through the eyes of the dragon. I loved it. But sometimes you have to know that you are still a human. Dragons do not hate, but humans do. And that is also what I have become. I mean, our path is not that of light alone, it's also of darkness. In total, it's gray. We are not deciding between light and dark. And that is also what we will experience with the dragon eye. The dragon eye, we see look at humanity in a complete different way than it was before. We might have something, a soft energy that was disliking humanity. But now with the dragon eye open, it can be that it's out of control, that you look at humanity, look at these poor unfortunate people, humans, destroying themselves, destroying nature, destroying the moon, destroying the earth, and just for money, a cash grabber. And you look at that and you might be disgusted by this, how humans do anything. And that is the art, not to close up the dragon's eye, but to balance it. Balance, because dragons, like I said, they do not hate. They can completely control their emotions and energy. They can control everything. And that, as a dragon witch, sometimes I need to meditate because I cannot sometimes control these emotions. But of course, like I said, emotions create energy. Energy create magic. manipulation. And that is how sometimes things happen in our environments without us even knowing it. But you can know it once you open your dragon eye. And your dragon eye, of course, that is not being given by everyone. Even people on the dragon's path refuse to open their dragon eye. And I found this peculiar because, yeah, of course, I did the same thing. I did not want to open it because I knew it was going to be life-changing. But as a dragon witch, you need to know everything. Whenever your dragon is close, you need to feel it. Whenever you are connected to the dragon, you need to feel it. Whenever the dragon is speaking to you, you need to understand it. And it's all because you opened your third eye. A new sense, a sense that even people, even in Wicca they are trying to open their third eye, but it's actually different than the dragon eye. Dragons are one with the gods. Dragons are basically demigods. And in this way, you are trying to be a demigod. You are trying to be a child of the gods, a child of the dragon gods. And of course, every animal, every human have the ability to open their third eye. But in our case, we have the ability to open the eye of a demigod, the eye of the gods that is actually very much living inside of yourself. And it's your decision to open it. But if I make, it can also hurt you as in emotions. It can hurt you how this world is made, how you can see people in this way, how you can see violence. It's suddenly something has a different meaning. Yeah, how everything is in this world. It can have a completely different meaning. It can be upside down completely. But as a dragon witch, you need to understand also everything. So I recommend, if you have the chance to open your dragon eye, then do it so. A dragon eye, like I said, is a gift of the dragon. And not only from the dragon by your side, but also from the dragon god or goddess, but also from the one that is being inside of yourself. So that you can let the dragon energy, the dragon spirit inside of yourself take control over you. And that is what I try to do inside of rituals, but sometimes I don't even need to do rituals. Whenever I sometimes see this world with different that was actually the first thing that I've seen once I was awakened. And that is why it was so overwhelming. The first thing that I did once I was awakened by that my dragon spirit touched my own spirit, the first thing that I did was open up my dragon eye, and I saw my dragon, and I was overwhelmed, exploded with emotions. These emotions were unlike anything else. That is why sometimes people say it was not that hard. I mean, my awakening happened just calmly. That is because you might not open your dragon eye yet, or you might open it just a bit. But if you opened it like I did, just extremely, once you are awakened from one moment to another, that is life-changing. And that is, of course, it felt like coming home. It felt like being home. It felt so safe to be with the dragon. And sometimes when I see this world with dragon eyes, you cannot reverse it. You cannot go back to what it once was. You cannot say, I will forget about everything that I seen with my dragon eye. You cannot do it. Once you are looking in this world with your dragon eyes, it's going to be permanently. You will be changed forever. And of course, you don't need to be afraid of that. Eventually, that is what we really are. That is what we are trying to do, to look at this world with dragon eyes. With eyes that is not human, and eyes that will see what humans will never understand. To look at dragons, I mean, with dragon eyes, do you look at the beauty of nature? You look at, you know about your dragon gods. Actually, that you shouldn't call them gods, more like parents. They are like your parents. They are really your parents. And yet, whenever a bird is chirping inside of this tree, whenever, I mean, every single detail on this world is going to be very much different whenever you open your dragon eye. And even your relationship with your dragon needs to be seen with your dragon eye. It needs to be connected with your dragon eye. So whenever you are ready to open, actually, my brothers and sisters, you can never be ready once you are opening your dragon eye. You can never be ready because it happens. It's a phenomena that happens. and you cannot be ready for it. The only one that is actually deciding to open up your dragon eye is the dragon within. The dragon within that is saying, I'm ready, because your dragon by your side is always trying to wake it up. And once it's awakened up, the dragon within yourself, the dragon spirit, is deciding to look at this world how they see it, how the dragon is seeing it. And to look at it from human to dragon is a shock. I can say to you. But once you are opening that dragon eye, you are going to be much more powerful, much more connected, and much more understanding to how it is, how you are, how this world is made, and everything just makes sense. But the thing is, how you see humanity might not make sense. Even though you are one of them, you are having your human experience, you might not understand with your open dragon eye what kind of a species that is.